Today we're going to try out making these little pine needle baskets. I don't have a lot of pine needles. I collected some at the beach house in Bethany where my family stays for our beach trip. You probably saw, I'll put a clip in here where I was collecting them. But right now they're all pretty dry and I soaked them. I know you guys, I'll put a clip into that too, me putting them into soak. I kind of put them in a little bit of warm water and they've been soaking for a couple hours because whenever you try and weave or bend or do anything with a leaf, a pine needle, a branch, and it is super dry, it's just gonna break. If you soak it in the water, it gives it enough bendiness. If you make something, craft something with them while it's still green, as it dries it kind of shrinks and it'll get really loose. But if you let it all dry out really well, like my cattail basket weaving and then this with the pine needles, let it dry out really well and then rehydrate it a little bit, it shouldn't shrink as bad after your project sets. So I tried this before and it didn't go too well. I think I used some thread that was too big. I had paper straws and not plastic ones, and when you're using wet and paper, it doesn't work well. So today I have a plastic straw and I have a super smaller thread. So we're gonna get started. First I'm gonna cut this straw because we don't need the whole piece. I think actually I might only need the top because it's a bendy. I think I need probably about that big of a straw piece, and I'm gonna get my thread, my needle threaded, and then we're gonna take some of these needles that are soaking and dry them off. So let me tilt you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. So here is my thread. This is one that I think I thrifted. This came from the bins. Would have ended up in a landfill. How crazy. Whole unused spool of thread. He's ready. The straw's ready. And the next thing I'm going to do is put some of these pine needles that I want to fit in the straw right here to kind of dry off a little bit. We still want them damp, but I don't want them soaking wet. And you see how they have all these little nibby pieces on the bottom? I think I'm going to leave them on to put them in the straw, but as I weave they're going to come off. So I want the straw to be pretty full. I want my round of pine needles to kind of match the circumference of the straw, so I can add in a few more here. So let that guy sit there for a minute. Some of these are a little greener than others, so hopefully the brown ones don't break too much on me. Smell good still though. Alright, so let's get these guys in here. I feel like that should probably do us for as thick as I want to make it. Just push them all in to kind of even them. And I think I'm going to start on the smaller end, hoping they don't just break when I bend this. I'm nervous. Maybe I'm going to start on the thicker end. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of wrap it. We're going to tie this thread around. And I tied a knot in the end of it like I always do when I'm sewing, but I technically, I guess, didn't need to do that because I'm going to tie the knot here. We're just gonna give it really good wrapping. Probably all of this is gonna get wrapped around the end here. And let me leave enough so I can tie it off to a new piece. Wrapping. And I think I'm going to even cut some of these edges so it's even and equal at the end like that. And then what's going to happen, hopefully without them all breaking, just keep wrapping some more. Give it a bend. And just going to wrap around some more. Some of them are breaking. They might be too brittle. Another bend, and there's that straw. I will be starting the sewing bit, but for now, we're just going to do this wrap technique to start. Alright, so now I need to pull these little ends off too, which maybe I will just cut them. Because now what I'm going to have to do is stick new pine needles in the end here. Stuff them in there. Stuff them in there. I don't know how this is working, y'all. I might scrap you. Every time I try and do this, it seems so grandiose. And it never works. Alright. Pink craft clip to hold that in place while I get this sorted out. Oh, good. Googa mooga. I just don't know, y'all. We shall see, though. The question is, where do I put my needle? There it is. Alright, so round and around, and we're going to go around again. Oh goodness, that guy needs to get back. Okay. And now I should be able to go around and put it through. It should be able to stick through like this. I think, and I hope, and I think. Maybe not all the way on. I'm just pulling it. So that way you don't have to go all the way around all of them. Just going around the new layer we're adding. But this one is not. And I go up here and go this layer. There's people that do this way better and more technically savvy about it than me, people. But I'm just trying it out to see if I can make it work. I like how it smells. Pine needles always smell so relaxing to me. See, and we're getting tangled. This is the problem with using this finer thread. It's working better than last time. And it's hard, and I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I really like the idea of it, and that's how you learn things. You don't have to be perfect and know what you're doing and make it look beautiful to try it out. That's the whole point of most of my things that I do and my channel. It's fun, pretty, sustainable, exciting to learn like a new thing that, you know, a skill. So that's why I'm trying it. Most people who probably do this professionally, theirs probably look like this the first time they try to. I don't know why I love basket weaving so much, because it always seems so much harder when I'm doing it than it does when I'm researching doing it. So, you know, just try it. cutting off the old, putting on a new. And remember, I'm turning. I'm gonna go, and I'm trying to up it a layer. Go in here. Messy. Let me figure a better way to tie it together. Alright, I just took it all the way down to the end, as far as I could go, and I'm gonna stitch it one more time and try to tie it off. So there he is, my cute little basket. It's not gonna hold much, but I made it. Pine needle basket, adorable. Maybe I'll try and make a bigger one. But y'all came with me on the maiden voyage. That is it. I probably still have about half my pine needles left, so maybe I can make another one. But I probably won't right now. I'll get some fresher pine needles and do it again. Doesn't look pretty, but I did it. Maybe it'd be easier if I started bigger, but then it would take longer. Here it is. So you can see it for scale next to my face. Fits 2 of my craft clips in it. Kind of cute. Thanks for watching. I hope you try it, because it was fun, and maybe I'll do it again. But guess what? This is so much harder than you might think it is. My fingers are going to need some exercising later. Some stretching.